everyone, it's Rebecca here, and today we're going to talk about my personal favorite yarns and where I get them from. So I've been weaving for not really all that long. It's been about 9 years. So in that time I've used a ton of different yarns. I've bought from all over the place, but I've sort of settled into a few. Actually, I've really only got a couple different, I'll say, suppliers that I really tend to like. I have bought a lot of yarn out of China. I've decided I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm trying to keep my purchases in North America. It just feels better to me. You know, even if the person I'm buying yarn from might be sourcing it from outside of the country or outside of the continent, I still feel better supporting a local business. So that's what I'm doing. So hi June, nice to see you. So I'm going to start. I made a list of some of my favorites. They're not in any particular order, although the first one is my very favorite. So I'll start with that. So this is Sea Island cotton. And if you've never heard of Sea Island cotton, it's probably because I think it makes up 0.003% of the world's cotton. It's rare, which makes it super duper expensive, but it's like the most amazing cotton that exists. I thought it was maybe hype. Like at first it's like, oh, it's rare, but who cares if it's rare? Like cotton's cotton. Oh, that is so not the case. This cotton is like magic. It has a beautiful drape and it's got a sheen. It's almost like, it's the closest thing that cotton can be to silk, I think. And it's just such a super strong, like it's crazy strong. It's long, extra long staple cotton. It's the nicest. I'm just going to say it's the nicest cotton you can buy. Again, it's like the most expensive cotton you can buy. But as soon as I pick something up that's been woven with this cotton, I know it. I know it instantly because I'll think, oh, why does this feel so, oh yeah, Sea Island cotton. Every time. It's like, I think it's the nicest thing. I pick it up. I can't say enough good things about this yarn. The only negative is the price. But if you can swallow the price, or if you're selling your goods and people will pay a premium, and trust me, once they feel it, like, oh, it's just so nice. It's fantastic. I'm going to move these down. The next thing I use a lot of, oh, I'll get into where I bought these. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to tell you where I got this from. I put it in the description. Most of my yarns are coming from my friend Kate Roybell. She has a company called Greengrass Handwovens, and she has a website where she sells yarn, and she also has a group on Facebook. It's kind of a co-op, and I think I actually put the information in the description already. Let me just see if I forget what it's called. Oh, bulk yarn buys, I think is bulk yarn buys. That's what it is. So you can buy from that at a really good discount. The prices are the best I've ever found. And I love Kate. I always say Kate and I are like basically the same person, except she lives in Colorado and I live in Canada. She's great. I love her. Great prices. I can't say enough good things about this woman and her yarns. Okay, so I'm going to set that one down. The next one, this one I from, it's a Maurice Broussard Tencel, or Tencel, I don't know. I used to say Tencel and now I tend to say Tencel because that's how I hear more people say it, especially in the United States, it seems. Anyways, I got this one. I don't think I did get this from Kate, but Kate does sell it. I think Kate has a better supplier. This particular one I wasn't a huge fan of, so I have used the Maurice Broussard. And I added a link there. You can buy it from the Woolery, actually, and the Woolery, I have an affiliate link to that. So if you buy anything if you use my affiliate link, or if you go there from my link here, it doesn't cost you any more, but they give me like a little, barely anything, but something, I guess. I have never actually made any money from it ever before, but I'm an affiliate, so there you have it. And I like, Maurice Broussard is if I'm not using Kate, I'm using Maurice Broussard. So those are the two places I really get all my yarns from. But again, so I like I like Tencel because it's a silky, it's heavy, it's kind of, it's an environmentally, like, a lot of people like to use bamboo, but bamboo is not super friendly to the environment. Tencel is better. It's more so, it's a closed loop system, so the chemicals that get used get reused and reused and reused, whereas bamboo is not the case. It's pretty harsh, it's pretty hard on the environment. Tencel is considered, I think it's like one of the most environmentally friendly yarns there is. So that being said, I also really like it. I like the drape of it. I like, it dyes amazingly well. Are there special care instructions? So I don't think I have any here that are special care. I should tell you, I don't use silk. Silk in the baby wearing world is huge. Like, it's massive. Everybody wants silk wraps. I won't use silk. I'm vegan, so I don't use silk. Now, while I'm vegan, my partner is not, and so we compromised in that I will use wool, and I don't feel bad about that even. I feel okay. Like, I am a vegan, but there, you know, like, I'm not a level 5 vegan where I'm like, every single thing has to be completely vegan. I'm very vegan, but I understand that, you know, it's not always feasible. And sometimes using wool is better than what the alternative would be, using a synthetic, right? So, but I don't feel I need to use silk, but wool is different. So that's where I am with that. It is dreamy and drapey, that's right. The dairies, I know that's you, Cecilia. But yeah, no special requirements at all on these. Okay. So then my next one here, oh, this is Cozy Cotton, and Kate sells this. And this is a really neat cotton. It's got a Swiss twist, and I know I'm not going to be able to show you, but it has a really tight twist. It almost looks like if you spin yarn, you know how a 3-ply has that roundness to it? That's how I think of this, is like a 3-ply. It's, and I don't think it is a 3-ply necessarily, but it has that same sort of twist, that like tight twist, but it's really nice. Now, the thing about this I find, and I don't know, as you'll see, most of these things I'm using are white, so I dye them. Now with the Cozy Cotton, I don't know if it's waxed, because a lot of yarns come waxed, right? So I scour most of my yarns before I use them, and in my case, when I scour, that means I boil my yarn. I boil it with Blue Dawn before I dye it. And some yarns really need it, and some yarns, you know, like I don't scour Tencel anymore because nothing ever comes out. It's always perfectly clean. My water comes out clear. But other ones, even Sea Island Cotton, it will come out like yellow. The water will be yellow when I'm done. Oh, that wasn't Sea Island Cotton, but regardless, that's this. But most of them do. Like, they look fine and normal, and then you scour them, and the water is just gross. This one I find, oh, and the reason why you're scouring is to A, get excess oils and whatnot out of them before you dye them, but also because a lot of times they have like a wax on them. They come wax. I think it makes it easier to go through the equipment in the mill. So some are more heavily, I'm saying they're wax. I think that's what the issue is with this yarn, but it needs to be heavily scoured, or it is basically water repellent. I made some tea towels with it. I kind of regret it because I didn't dye the yarn. I used it natty, and that's what I mean when I say natural. I didn't dye it. I just warped my beam with this as is. And now I made these tea towels, and I think that they're not very absorbed. Like, they will be, they just need to be washed and dried like a bunch of times. And then they're gonna be amazing because this yarn is absorbent. I know it will be absorbent once it gets broken in and once that coating gets worn off it. So I love this. It's got a really nice feel to it. It's sort of spongy, like it's got that thickness. It's kind of spongy. Love my Cozy Cotton. Okay. And my next one, this one, is just a ring spun cotton. This is just ring spun. It's grown in Georgia, I believe, and Kate sources this one out. It's just a really great, it's fuzzy, and it does need scouring, but it's not like the Cozy Cotton. It's not like that. So this one is like a really good general all-purpose, fantastic yarn to have. Like it's sort of like the workhorse yarn. It's like the basic. It's nice, it's soft, it's pretty linty. You're gonna get a lot of dust bunnies under your loom, but I like it a lot. And then I have Supima, and Supima is another really, really nice cotton. It's another long staple cotton. I believe it's an extra long staple cotton as well. It's not as nice as the Sea Island cotton, but if you don't want to spend $8 billion on the Sea Island cotton, Supima is a really nice alternative. This one happens to be a little thinner than what I prefer, but I do have it in thicker, and Kate sells it in different thicknesses. Love it, I love it. And I love that because I don't use silk. I've explored a lot of other like cottons. Like how many cottons have I just shown you? Several, right? Like lots of cottons, and they're all a little bit different, and I love cotton. This one definitely needs to be scoured, and it's another one of those ones that needs a good heavy scouring, not quite as much as the Cozy Cotton. I think that one is, I shouldn't say I think, that one is the one that needs the most for me. And if it's not scoured really, really thoroughly and really soaked well in the soda ash, it's just gonna, it's like water repellent. I put the dye on it, it'll just continue to be white. It's like it just repels the dye. This can be like that as well, but not as bad as the Cozy Cotton. So it just means a little bit more prep work, and it's worth it. It's so worth it. It's a nice yarn. It's a little more expensive, but not atrociously so in any way. It's a beautiful yarn to work. It's, again, super strong. This is really thin. Let me see. Do I have it? So this is 12/2. It's quite thin, and oh, I did pull it, but I hurt my finger doing it. So it's strong. It's a strong cotton. I love that. It's great for baby wraps. Okay, maybe I'll set that here. So this one is actually the same, but thicker and with sparkle. I hope you can see the sparkle. It's the Supima Stellina. Love it. You've crocheted with Supima before, and it was so soft. I'm curious to Sea Island cotton. Sea Island cotton is considerably softer, and yet it's weird because it's so soft, but it is super strong. Like, I don't know. It is definitely my favorite. It's my favorite yarn is the Sea Island cotton for sure. And like I said before, I thought it was all hype. It's not all hype. It's really beautiful yarn. I love it. And I love the Supima Stellina. I love this sparkle. I don't think you guys can see this sparkle on camera. It comes with a gold sparkle or a silver sparkle. This one is, I think I grabbed the silver. Yeah, honestly, once I weave with it, I can't really tell if it's gold or silver. Maybe that's just me, but I find the difference is so subtle. Anyways, I love it because it just gives a little sparkle to what you're making, and yet it's not scratchy, not at all scratchy. I would wear it as a scarf without hesitation. I use these in baby wraps. You don't feel that sparkle at all. It's the nicest thing. And it just gives like that little extra. It's like, was that yeah, it was sparkling. Like it's sort of like, it's not in your face sparkles. It's just beautiful. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. And then this is Maurice Brassard. This is a Cottelin. I love Cottelin. I picked out one that I had colored because I didn't have any that were white. I must have used them all. Cottelin dyes really, really, really well. It dyes like, well, I should say linen and hemp. I have some cotton hemp here. They dye really well. I love that. Mercerized cotton also dyes really well. So, but this is Cottelin. I like it. It's not super, super, super strong like the others. Like I find this one will pull apart, reasonably easy, but which just seems weird to me because I would think that linen with having, it's 60% organic cotton, 40% linen, but it gives a nice drape. I like it. I like it a lot. So there's that. Oh, this is my cotton hemp. I didn't think that cotton hemp would dye very well. I was wrong. It dyes incredibly well. Very vibrant, very, very vibrant colors. This is just a little cone that I got. You said that the sheen on the camera, a little, but not much. Oh, and it's not a sheen. This Sparkle Stellina, it's not like a sheen like with mercerized cotton. It's actual sparkle. It's really, really hard to catch on camera though. But it's like, it's actual sparkle, not sheen like mercerized cotton. That's all I can say. This is the cotton hemp. I just had little cones left. And again, it's not a super, super, super strong one. Like, you know, I find it almost annoying when I'm winding perns with it because it will break on me. But it's kind of worth it anyways. I like it a lot. It's just a good yarn I like. And this is the mercerized cotton from Maurice Brossard. And this has got, I don't know, you can probably see this has a bit of a shimmer to it. Mercerized cotton is, well, it's one of the best choices for tea towels. I would use mercerized cotton, linen. I prefer cotton because it's just a little easier to deal with because linen can be brittle and break easy on your loom. But mercerized cotton's a little tougher. I really like it. Mr. Tom, have these all been put into baby wraps, or do you use these for different fibers for different projects? Wasn't sure if cotton would be good for that. It is good for baby wraps. I've definitely used all of these for baby wraps numerous times. They're all good for baby wraps. The codlin, yeah, codlin's great for baby wraps. In fact, I have a girlfriend. I went over to visit her. She was in the States, but she was using just linen, straight up linen for baby wraps. And she's like, oh, feel my baby wrap. And I was like, this thing feels like a burlap sack. And she goes, yeah, I know. It feels like that at the beginning. But then here's the same. She had like a warp that was on her loom for, I don't know, probably a couple of years. Like she had moved a couple times and just moved her loom. But so one had just come off her loom and it felt like a burlap sack. And then she showed me one that she'd been using daily for over a year. And it was like butter. Like it just breaks in so nicely, linen. And that's like full linen, 100%. I'm pretty sure she was using 100% linen. It's amazing, you know, I love these bast fibers that are like the hemp. You know, they're a little bit I don't want to say scratchy, but like not super soft. Not something you think of putting on a baby, but they break in so nicely and they're like flannel. Like they're just so nice and lovely. Cecilia, you love cotton. It's so smooth and thin but strong. Yeah, Cecilia's a baby wearer. So she's worn babies for 4 years now, so she knows what she's talking about. So yeah, the Maurice Brossard, the mercerized cotton. I try to not use a ton of mercerized stuff now. I'm trying to stay away from, you know, it's just coated with like a little bit of, it's like a plasticky kind of coating. I'm just trying to be kinder to Mother Earth, and I don't think that using mercerized products is necessarily the best, but I definitely do sometimes. And they just make the best tea towels though, like mercerized cotton. But even any kind of dyeing, mercerized cotton just absorbs the dye. It's so vibrant. And then this is just your standard everyday run-of-the-mill 2/8 Maurice Brossard cotton. They come in a beautiful array of colors. I have them in different sizes. This is, like I said, 2/8, but I mean, the pern I showed you last night had 8/16 mop yarn. It's the same cotton, just way more strands of it, and that's what I'm using on the double weave blankets. Oh, I've got this sample piece here beside me. This is the same cotton. It's just in a bigger size, and I love it. I love it. It's just like basic, ordinary cotton, easy to come by. For me, I don't order it from the Woolery necessarily because I'm in Canada and Maurice Brossard is just the next province over from me, and I can order it and get it here the next day. So it's, you know, and I typically, when I'm ordering, I order pretty big quantities. So, you know, my orders are quite often $1,000 and up. So it makes sense for me to go straight to the source. But okay, so that's that. This is an organic cotton, again, sold by Maurice Brossard. It is what it is. It's softer. It's softer than this cotton. Not a huge difference, I don't find, but it is softer. So that's nice. it is nice to be able to buy things on little cones that you can use easily. Sometimes, buying these big cones can be a little bit of a challenge, right, to deal with. If you don't have the right tools, these can be difficult. These are easy. I find these are easier to work with for some instances. So sometimes it just makes more sense to buy a cone instead of a huge, I guess this is still a cone, but maybe that's called I know Maurice Broussard calls these bobbins of, but they're French, so I don't know if that's just them. They call these bobbins of yarn. And I think that's all I've got there for you. I think that's everything. I also I should have brought up, I do use some wool. I have some really nice cashmere, merino cashmere stellina. I like that little bit of sparkle. That's a nice popular one. And it's really, really, really soft. Like I have used the merino stellina, and then I started using the merino cashmere stellina, and it's sort of, I've actually just stopped. I don't want to use the merino stellina anymore because the difference in price is minimal, but the difference in softness is huge. So the one with the cashmere is so much nicer, and it's not very much more expensive. So that's definitely the way I want to go. And I know Kate is selling those as well. Did I miss Peppermint Rose? I did not actually, Cecilia. I didn't bring up any of the rayons, like the peppermint and rose. There's a few. I was bringing those in from China, is where I was getting them. I can't find someone locally, as in North America, that is supplying those yarns. So I'm kind of trying to sort of get away from them a little bit and stick. This is just me. This is just what I'm doing. I'm trying to be a little more local and a little more environmentally friendly with the decisions I'm making with the yarn I'm using. The size I use most often, I would say 8-2. I don't know. With baby wraps, 8-2. Over the last few years, I've been leaning even a little thicker. And when I'm using those rayons, they use metric measurements, so they're like, I can't even think of anything offhand, but they're like 2-3 nm or something like that. Like they're different kinds of measurements that I always have to sit and figure it out and figure out what it means. I actually just make notes on every yarn that I have, and when I'm looking for another yarn, I go and look to see. But I actually prefer them a little bit thicker. This one, I wrote fat. It's 16 to 3, 2 times 3. So that would be, 2 times 3 would be like 16.6, so like 8.3. Does that make sense? So it's a little thicker than 8.2. I find, but 8.2 is such a good size. It's like the run of the mill. It's like, I don't know, you can do so much with 8.2, right? It makes good tea towels. I think I've talked about, we've done a lot of warps, a significant amount of warps. I've been weaving like 2 warps a month on average for the last year, and they're like 30-meter warps. So I just find, I have done lots of warps that are like 1,000 ends per inch, and the fewer ends per inch I can get to, the better. I've done some recently that are only like 560 ends per inch, ends per warp, not per inch, sorry. That's crazy. But yeah, ideally, like even 5.2 is a good size. It's a little heavy for baby wraps, but I don't know. Also, trends in baby wraps come and go. Sometimes people like thinner, sometimes people like thicker. I would rather use a little bit of a little thicker yarn and have a little lighter beat. I don't know if I don't like baby wraps to be super, I don't like it when people beat their baby wraps too hard, because then they get really kind of stiff, right? They're more like ruggy. I don't like that. I like them to be floppy and not loose, but floppy and easy to manage. 5.2 is so cushy in baby wraps. Well, that's it, right? It's nice and cushy. It gives you some coziness on your shoulders. Because, babies get heavy. Like, the thing is, you might buy it when your baby's only, 10 pounds, but before you know it, your baby's 20 pounds or 30 pounds even, right, Cecilia? Doesn't take long. And then they're still wanting to be carried. And, lots of people buy and sell wraps, by all means, that's fabulous. But sometimes if you want to buy a wrap and just keep it, you don't want a super, super thin wrap that's, unless it's very supportive. You know, there's so many different things. I mean, I could talk about, you're a convert. I could talk about the qualities of yarns, how they relate to baby wearing, but that's not necessarily what everybody hears. You know, probably most people that are watching this video aren't interested in baby wrap. So I'm trying to keep it, you know, to what your more average weaver would be interested in. Anyways, did I miss any questions, or does anyone have any other questions? Mr. Tom June, are you still here? Anybody else? I thought I would show you guys, I told you last night about my vanilla extract book that I wrote, and it published, and I got it here today. I'm so excited about it. I'm going to be making my finishing my vanilla video tomorrow, and it's going to be up Wednesday. If you guys are interested, even if you're not interested in vanilla making, you should be. I swear you should be interested in making vanilla. It's just amazing, and it's so easy. Thank you. Thank you so much. I know, I'm silly. And it's got that really nice feeling cover. That's what I was worried about. Like, how's it going to feel, though? It feels like that velour kind of feel. Like, oh, I love it. I love the way it feels. I'm so excited about that. And I'm working on, did I tell you what I'm working on? A Fiber Arts word search. I can't wait to get it out. It's so exciting. I'm like so excited about that one too. There's a lot of different fiber arts. I'm searching all these different fiber art, like embroidery and felting and sewing, quilting, which is kind of sewing, but it's slightly different, you know, like there's different words involved. You know how weaving has all those special words? Everything has those special words. So anyways, I'm having a lot of fun with digging up. And I talked to my stepmom, and she's like, oh, did you remember to add, I can't think of the word now, but it's a fiber art that she does. It's kind of an embroidery. I wrote it down though. It's on my list of words. It's a style of embroidery that comes. She's from Belgium, but it's from Denmark, I think. I think it was Denmark, but I could be wrong. Anyways, that's exciting. No more questions coming in, so I think I'll sign off for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I think what I'm going to do is actually ask my friend Kate if she would join me, and she could talk about some of the yarns that she carries, because she actually carries a lot of silks and a lot of silk blends, and I know that people out there are interested in those. And like I said, I have the links if you look in the description below, I have the links to both her website and to the Facebook group where you can get the bulk buy pricing. So that's really fun. Should add Tamari. I'm going to write that down right now. Oh, I actually have heard of this. Maybe I even did a little bit of that at my guild. I think we had a presentation on that, and maybe we got to do a little bit of it once. I wrote that word down. I'll look into that. See, I find those words like Tamari, and then I'll see if there's any words surrounding that I could use too. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about that book. I can't wait. I have like maybe 850 words right now. I'm trying to get up to 1,000. That's my goal. So every day I work on, I get a few more words. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to ask my friend Kate if she'll come on and maybe do a live with me, because I see it when I go to do live. It says I can do go live with, so we can both be on the screen. And Kate has, oh my gosh, she has thousands of pounds of yarn. I think I have a lot of yarn. Oh, I have nothing. I have a drop, but she's selling it, right? So she literally gets truckloads. She gets truckloads, literal truckloads of yarn delivered. She's crazy. But like, I love her. She's awesome. Anyways, I'm going to say goodbye, and I will post when I'm coming live again. I should be live again tomorrow. I'm going to shoot for tomorrow at 6. Like, that's my goal every day. I didn't realize how hard it would be to do the same thing every day, but it's more challenging than I expected. But anyways, goodbye for now. And if you think of words, if you think of fiber art words that you think I should include, add those in the comments. I would love to get some more. I need them. Help me out. Thank you, and goodbye for now.